Joining us now, legal commentator and former federal prosecutor Ankush Khardori. Ankush, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So what do you make of this response from the former president and his team coming in before the deadline?
Yeah, I thought the response was not terribly compelling. The government's filing really, I thought, sort of reclaimed the narrative, if you will, and sort of sought to reset, I think, the sort of public discussion around this and to orient it specifically around this obstruction issue. And Trump's lawyers' filing was a bit of a hodgepodge. It was not particularly well argued. The arguments are not terribly strong. They may still come out of this hearing with what they want or some version of what they want, given the judge's inclination to grant the motion that she expressed over the weekend. But I don't think their arguments are getting better over time.
Well, and to be specific about those arguments, they basically used an affirmative defense here. Yeah, he had classified documents. He's a former president. Don't they all? And a previous guest that we had was like, no, they don't. This is not what happens. This is not normal. I don't know why they would argue that. Do you share that opinion?
I share that opinion. I mean, the argument is basically that this is his stuff and that, there is a statutory regime, the Presidential Records Act, a civil statutory regime that governs how this stuff should be handled. The implication on the part of Trump's lawyers, which is not particularly carried through or well articulated, is that this somehow displaces all of the other criminal statutes that might apply to the underlying conduct. But there's no indication that the Presidential Records Act sought to displace any other statutes in this area, including the criminal statutes that the government has cited cited in its brief and in its warrant application. So and that's one of multiple premises in this motion that are frankly just like demonstrably wrong.
Demonstrably wrong. I don't think I've heard a lawyer say that before, but wow. Now, when it comes to this hearing today, it is to see if there will be a special master. But when this case is eventually resolved, is it going to come down to, yes, we all admit the documents were there, did he know about it? Because it sounds like just possessing national defense information in an insecure location is enough to be a crime.
Yeah, I mean, your observation is accurate, that within the four corners of the statutes, the conduct that the Justice Department has described to the public, right? This is just the Justice Department side, however, would seem to fit within the statutes that the government has cited. However, particularly in this space, the government often uses a bunch of sort of discretionary factors in determining whether or not to actually charge someone criminally for the underlying offenses. So I think the movement here has been and will continue to be around these kinds of more context-specific discretionary factors, like the intensity of any efforts to obstruct, like the volume of information and the significance of that information. And really the most open question, I think, for the public and legally and practically is what was actually in these documents, which I imagine would be of real paramount significance to the department in thinking about how to handle this.
That is something that we're probably not going to hear because this information is classified, but they're going to use it to argue in court. I find that very interesting. I wish we had more time, but we have to go right now. That's Ankush Khardori. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.